Where the Gator Bowl once stood, now stands this facility. TIAA Bank Field, as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Jacksonville, Florida. Cam Little out for the opening kick. And we're underway from Everbank Stadium. Return coming here from the 12.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 26.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw right away. Andrews with the catch. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 27 on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. He's on the move. He sends this one to the end zone. Oh, that's a tough one. Couldn't bring in the touchdown clean. It falls incomplete. It's going to be second down.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is. If he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Slot man motioned over. Throwing again here on 2nd and 10. Jackson. Throwing the out route complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Lamar back to throw. Escapes out to the left. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith. Right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Return starts from the goal line. Coming coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Lawrence going to throw straight away here. Gets this one into the hands of Christian Kirk. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. And he stopped after running it up across the 45 to the 46. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Able to find Strange here. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First and 10, it's Lawrence. Escapes the pocket. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Here's 2nd and 2. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's a yard or two shy of the 30 before going out. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just be conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st down throw, Lawrence. This is hauled in by Ingram. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Brandon Stevens in on the tackle.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 26-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Etienne. He's contained at the line for no gain. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Into double coverage. Ooh, don't want to do that, and he's there for the interception. Nate Wiggins has got it.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
This our last play of the quarter. Backed up in the end zone, Jackson. That winds up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. So that brings us to the end of one. Both teams starting that long walk to the other end of the field. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. Back at beginning of the 2nd quarter, Ravens in possession. They are facing 2nd down deep on their own end. And he reaches the 17-yard line as he's hauled down. 16 yards on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. Lamar now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Working quickly here. Another try following the sack. He's in trouble and gets brought down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a third down.
Not a person in this stadium didn't start tensing up the way I did up in the booth. You could feel that goal line coming, right? Pressure right in his face. Nearly turns into a couple points now. Well, now you got to be so careful. No breathing room for the next snap.
Throwing from near his own goal line. Skips it short of his man. That brings up fourth down. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And they're going to be stuck with a fourth and long. The Ravens going to pump this away. And here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. He gets it out of there, and this has some distance. And that one made a bit for the opposing side, but they're saying it went out right at the midfield stripe. The Jaguars in a good starting spot for this drive. Coming up, 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Short pass brought in. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Ravens' 41-yard line.
From the gun, ETN gets it. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Davis there to grab it. And they get this down to the 28. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Lawrence working from the gun. Connection made. Travis Etienne. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Everbank. And it's the Jaguars facing 2nd and 5. From the 23. Pass brought in by Parker Washington. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop it behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. He's on the move.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, Lawrence. On the move, headed right. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away. That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Short kick here, fielded at the 15. And that return ends, but they are very happy about it. Offense taking over all the way down near the opposition's 45. New set of downs for him from the 46. First down, here's Lamar. Flush down out to his left. He takes it himself. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down. From the gun, a run for Henry. Runs into traffic and hits a wall, no gain. It was Andre Sisco who hauled him down there. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Another run for Henry. This is ahead for about 5. Josh Hines Allen, that time to haul him down. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Lamar off to play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Looking to throw. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
One final shot before halftime. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Lawrence. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Lawrence trying again on second. He beams one deep right side. Brought in inside the 20. And they're going to take this in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Cam Little to try the extra points. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars tie things 10-10. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. The return starts at the 18. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Third quarter starts with a run from Henry. And he's brought down for a loss. Offense in the hurry up here. This is Henry on 2nd. And that plunge is going to garner a couple of yards. Darnell Savage brings that to an end. They get those 2 yards back, but now it leaves them with 3rd and 10.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Jackson now on 3rd. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
He's back to throw. Here's a loft deep down the middle. He's got it inside the 25. He does it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens grab the lead on their first series of the half. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. Tucker on for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Ravens break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Here's Duvernay on the return. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Jaguars in a good starting spot for this drive. Coming up, 1st and 10. Lawrence to throw it. That's complete inside the 35. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And that's a Jaguar 1st down. Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. Finding Davis. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. 1st and 10. It's Lawrence. And he scores. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars can tie it up after hitting pay dirt in the 3rd. Little able to connect on the point after. And the Jaguars make it 17 all. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Here's a return from the 7. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
We've got ourselves a heck of a tie ball game, but maybe not for long after that return. We've got one side clearly responding well to this pressure. Question is, some of those kicking team guys now running to play defense, how do they respond after giving up that big return late?
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Escapes the pocket. And he almost reaches the 45 before going out. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Blocked by Flowers. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. Hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. Here's 2nd and goal from the 6. Lamar now from the gun. Chased out to his right. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Jackson has it, 3rd and goal. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. And the extra point is no good. So potentially a key tally kept off the scoreboard, Brock. Going to see how and if this comes into play later in the 2nd half. Now probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. Takes it just shy of that end zone. This return makes it up to the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Another try following the sack. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. A very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we reach the end of 3. It's Jaguars football. They trail, but it's still within reach. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Trying again following the sack. Forced out to his right. Complete to his back. Tank Bigsby. He's finally caught, and he lost the football. Oh, no, it's out! And they pick it up. Time to push for that marker. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Offense up to the line fast. 1st down throw, Lawrence. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Working quickly here. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. This is hauled in by Ingram. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
He'll throw it. Complete. It's Ingram. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Completed to Davis. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
The throw is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. 3 touchdown catches in one game is rare air, Brock. Safe to say most guys who retire can name every time they did that here in the NFL.
Yeah, I hope he remembers it, but also remember this. Receivers, they're a dependent position. They're dependent on the guys doing their job up front. They're dependent on the quarterback putting it on the spot. And usually, when you reach a milestone like this, you love to share it with everybody else. And my guess, especially if they could find a way to win this one, is this receiver will celebrate it with all of his guys.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. This taken from the 12. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. From the 38. He'll get this to Henry. And he'll be across midfield and close to that 45 before going out. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Throwing deep for the end zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens have taken the lead late. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So here's a big play from the Ravens as they line up for 2. He'll look to throw it. Buys time, rolling right. And he has it inside the end zone. That's going to add 2 to their lead here late.
That's about trust. Trusting your QB is going to make the right decision on these crucial scoring plays. He found his read, and he made the connection for 2.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Here he is to throw. That's taken in by Etienne. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Jags working fast here, trying to get back to the line. Setting up to pass. He's on the move. Got for big yards on the right side. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play. First down, ball at the 36. Back to throw. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. Here we go, 2nd and very long. That's complete. Here's Kirk. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Ravens bring an extra DB out there. 3rd down coming up. Throwing now. He completes it in traffic. And they get this down to the 28. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's 2nd. Still one more in their pocket to use. he goes. Gotta have this on 4th down. Had to force it on 4th, and it's intercepted. Roquan Smith with the pick. And the Ravens make the play that should win them this game.
You know, I can still hear the call all the way up in the booth. Okie, Okie! That's what that whole defense screams after an interception, and you see everybody getting involved. That nearly went for a house call. Just an incredible effort by that offense to run it down. But even with that, they will take that Okie any day. What a huge hit in return for that defense.
So the Ravens will fly home with the win. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths. Because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
All of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.